I'd like to make some comments regarding the fact that Europe is no longer facing isolated climate disasters. You mentioned that we talk about floods, wildfires, storms are becoming a structural reality. And the recent years have shown that extreme weather events increasingly overwhelm national response capacities and create major economic, environmental and public health consequences. So in your Preparedness Union strategy, rightly was recognized that preparedness must become a core component of EU policymaking, moving from a reactive to a preventive approach. One current issue, we see scientific forecasts that indicate the possible return of a strong El Niño cycle this year, which could further intensify global temperature records and increase the likelihood of extreme weather patterns affecting Europe. Against this backdrop, preparedness cannot remain a secondary expenditure item. The next multi-annual financial framework should ensure that climate adaptation, disaster resilience and civil protection are treated as strategic investments in Europe's security and competitiveness. So, taking into account that the Preparedness Union strategy speaks about the preparedness by design approach across EU policies, how do you intend to ensure that the next MFF systematically integrates flood resilience and disaster preparedness across cohesion, agriculture, infrastructure and regional development funding? I know it's a very general question, but still we discuss these issues right now in different committees. And my second question, will the Commission propose measurable preparedness benchmarks for Member States linked to EU funding to ensure that investments translate into real resilience on the ground? Thank you.
We are working closely with Member States to strengthen disaster prevention and preparedness using instruments very different, like Cohesion Fund to support national efforts and UCPM funding for specific gaps also in their civil protection. And the upcoming European Integrated Framework for Climate Resilience will also support our effort to strengthen prevention and prevent vis-à-vis climate and environmental risk. We are preparing a risk and threats assessment that will be ready soon, following what happened in the Middle East with, yes, all kind of risk on our supply chain, be it energy, but also fertilizers and so on. So we will deliver what we call this quartal. It's a risk and threat assessment, and it will go with minimum requirements that we will communicate with to the Member States